Every day, garbage trucks drive through your neighborhood carrying something most people never think about. Not trash, pressure. Inside that steel container, a machine is generating forces close to the pressure found 2 kilometers below the ocean's surface. Every few seconds, a giant steel blade crushes an entire wall of garbage into a dense brick. Cardboard, metal cans, furniture, food waste, everything. And that process is so violent that one tiny mistake, something as small as a vape pen tossed into the wrong bin, can suddenly turn the entire truck into a moving fireball. Because garbage trucks were never designed to crush lithium batteries, but they do anyway. And when it happens, witnesses describe the result the same way every time, like a volcano erupting inside the truck. So how does an ordinary garbage truck accidentally become powerful enough to explode? The answer starts with an invisible force hiding underneath the steel walls. The compactor inside a garbage truck looks simple. It's not. What you're actually looking at is hydraulics, using liquid pressure to create force. And the entire system works because of something called Pascal's law, named after scientist Blaise Pascal. The idea is simple. If you squeeze liquid inside a sealed pipe, the pressure spreads everywhere evenly. Think about squeezing toothpaste from one end of the tube. The pressure moves through the entire tube instantly. Garbage trucks use the same idea, just scaled up into steel machinery. Inside the truck is hydraulic oil flowing through giant metal cylinders. A pump pressurizes that oil and pushes a massive steel packing blade forward. Now here's the important part. The pressure itself isn't the crazy thing. The size of the cylinders is. Because force equals pressure multiplied by area. So even moderate pressure becomes enormous force when spread across giant cylinders. That's how garbage trucks generate around 2,800 pounds per square inch, abbreviated as PSI. Almost the same pressure found deep underwater in the ocean, inside a truck parked outside your house. The cycle repeats every 16 to 19 seconds. Trash falls into the rear hopper. Sensors activate the system. The steel blade slams forward. Garbage gets crushed deeper into the truck, again and again and again. Without this system, trucks would need to unload every few houses. Instead, one truck can carry nearly 15 tons of compacted waste. But here's the weird part. The truck isn't just crushing garbage, it's also heating it up. Rub your hands together quickly. They get warm. Now imagine crushing tons of trash together inside a sealed steel box all day long. Food waste, cardboard, and bacteria get packed tightly together, speeding up decomposition. Temperatures inside compacted garbage can reach over 120 degrees Fahrenheit with no fire at all. The truck quietly becomes a moving oven. And inside that hot, compressed environment, one object becomes extremely dangerous: lithium batteries. Most people throw away lithium batteries without thinking. An old vape, wireless earbuds, a dead phone, a power bank. To the garbage truck, they're all just another object in the pile. And that's the problem. Because lithium-ion batteries are built around an incredibly fragile structure. Inside every battery are 2 layers, a positive side and a negative side. Between them sits a separator thinner than a human hair. Its only job is preventing those 2 sides from touching. Think of it like putting a tiny sheet of paper between 2 metal forks connected to electricity. As long as the paper stays intact, everything is safe. But crush the paper, the metal touches instantly. Spark, heat, short circuit. That's exactly what happens inside the truck. The hydraulic compactor crushes the battery so hard that the separator tears apart instantly. The 2 sides collide. Electricity surges uncontrollably. Temperature spikes in milliseconds. And then something terrifying begins. A process called thermal runaway. Thermal runaway means heat creates more heat faster and faster until the reaction becomes unstoppable. Imagine a snowball rolling downhill. At first it's tiny, then it grows, moves faster, gets bigger. Suddenly, you can't stop it anymore. That's thermal runaway. The battery heats up. That heat damages nearby material. The damage creates even more heat. Within seconds, temperatures can climb to hundreds of degrees. Then the lithium ignites. And witnesses often describe the result as looking like fireworks exploding inside the truck body. Now here's the scary part. Water, the thing we normally use to stop fires, can actually make lithium fires worse because lithium reacts violently with water. And inside a garbage truck packed tightly with paper, cardboard, and plastic, reaching the source of the fire becomes almost impossible. It's like trying to find one burning match buried inside a mountain of trash. If you're enjoying these hidden engineering breakdowns, subscribe right now, because almost every machine around you has invisible physics happening inside it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now here's where the story gets even crazier, because these fires are happening constantly. In February 2024, a garbage truck in Plano, Texas caught fire during a completely normal pickup route. The suspected cause? One crushed vape battery. Smoke started pouring out of the truck body while the driver was still in the neighborhood. To stop the fire from spreading, the driver had to dump the entire burning load directly onto the street. The pile burned for hours. And this isn't rare anymore. Waste companies across North America now report lithium batteries as one of the leading causes of garbage truck fires. Hundreds happen every year, because modern batteries are now everywhere. Phones, electric toothbrushes, scooters, power tools, wireless headphones, disposable vapes. Millions get thrown into household trash every single year, and garbage trucks are engineered to treat everything exactly the same. The hydraulic system doesn't know the difference between a cardboard box, a banana peel, or a lithium battery. It applies the exact same crushing force to all of them. And that's what makes the problem so dangerous. Some modern garbage trucks are now being redesigned specifically because of lithium battery fires. Companies are experimenting with thermal cameras inside truck bodies that can detect sudden heat spikes before flames appear. Entire industries are changing because tiny batteries accidentally entered machines that were never designed for them. The next time a garbage truck passes your house, remember what's actually happening inside those steel walls. Deep ocean levels of pressure, heat building from compression, tons of garbage crushed into dense blocks every few seconds. It's one of the most powerful hidden machines most people interact with every day, and almost all of it works perfectly, until one tiny object enters the system that was never supposed to be there. A vape, a phone battery, a power bank. The truck doesn't decide whether something is safe to crush. You do. And that's what makes this story so unsettling. The garbage truck isn't dangerous because it's broken. It's dangerous because it's doing exactly what it was designed to do: crush everything. If you want more videos about the hidden engineering behind everyday machines, the physics, failures, and systems most people never notice, subscribe to the channel right now. Because once you start seeing the invisible mechanics underneath ordinary life, you realize nothing around you is actually ordinary.